Will Jax get tortured in future episodes? Depends on what you count as torture. This cryptic response from Gooseworx has definitely piqued our curiosity. But that's not all. She also shared a post revealing one of Jax's lines, "I want you dead." For some reason, I'm convinced this is all connected to episode 4, which is now less than a month away. Jax has always been a calm and collected character, but Goose teased that one day this will change, and I'm certain that day is December 13th. What do you think? Now let's dive deeper into what might be in store for Jax in episode 4. Episode 4 is definitely going to blow our minds, because even though it's going to focus on Gangle, we'll finally get to see what Jax's behavior leads to and what Kane's going to do about him. The first 3 episodes and even some of Gooseworx's posts have been practically screaming at us about this. But first, let's take a moment to remember what went down with Jax in episode 3.
Always having the silliest priorities.
Don't I know it?
If your friends see him, I only hope he doesn't bore them to death with his endless monologues. That man could turn a 57-second story into a Greek tragedy.
And if you think tying up and gagging Jax was the ultimate humiliation, just wait till you see how he moved around Mildenhall Manor. All of this is crucial for understanding what's going to happen to Jax in episode 4.
Feel free to visit anytime.
Definitely!
Congratulations, my little ironclad waffle cones! You've taken the pacifist route, and you should be proud of what good people you are. Unfortunately, we still need to wait until your other teammates finish their adventure before I can grant you permission to leave.
I wonder how long that'll be.
Looking back at the announcement of Season 1 of the Amazing Digital Circus, we realize we've already seen almost everything that was teased, and the only new character left is Orbsman, who runs the fast food joint Spudsies. And since Goose and Glitch have been showing us things in order, it's pretty much a fact that episode 4 will focus entirely on this location. By the way, there's a theory that we'll get to see that stadium, but that's for another video. We also see that Jax is one of Orbsman's subordinates.
And let's not forget about minimum wage labor!
But why does this happen to Jax in episode 4, you ask? Well, it's actually pretty simple. The answer is Zubal. She's the one who will play a key role in making Jax experience all the joys of the Digital Circus adventures. Everyone knows there's something unusual between these two characters.
And Zubal turned straight.
My limbs straighten up and fuck off.
What about you?
He refuses to show us because he's a coward.
I want to keep the mystery alive. If there was a way to leave, I'm pretty sure we'd have all left by now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Ooh, a new AI. You don't want to mess with the new AI, Zuby?
Yeah, no. Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
And don't forget what she said about him during the therapy session.
Jax just likes to fight with everybody.
Remember one of Gooseworx's posts on Tumblr where Goose straight up said that Zubal's best look will be in episode 4? That means there's a good chance Kane actually listened to Zubal's problem.
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
No one knows what Kane and Zubal talked about from that moment up until the final therapy scene. And since Kane fully opened up to Zubal, it's likely he now considers her a friend, which means he might actually fulfill some of her requests beyond just fixing her body. Zubal genuinely cares about everyone else, and she's definitely not a fan of what's happening when Jax starts his jokes and bullying again.
Ladies first. No, wait, why would I say that?
Don't exactly...
You can't.
What?
Shut up, Jax.
Based on what Kane does, it's clear that Zubal asked him to somehow punish Jax, and Kane was able to fulfill her request. With his behavior, Jax has turned not only all the residents of the Digital Circus against him,
What happened up here?
Don't worry about that.
but he also seems to have caught Kane's attention as the biggest troublemaker getting in the way of everyone enjoying their new adventures.
Hey, Gangle. You should ram into him.
What?
You should not ram them. Pomni's still on board.
Do it, it'll be epic.
Why are there so many knives back here?
Do it, or I'll tell Ragatha about the figurine thing.
You just... What? Jax!
What? I thought we were supposed to capture all the ghosts.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Kane asked Zubal to keep a closer eye on Jax, which was hinted at in one of Gooseworx's posts. Now let's discuss what exactly is going to happen to Jax in the new episode, and whether it'll help the other residents of the amazing digital circus live more peacefully and actually enjoy their new adventures, instead of waiting for Jax to pull some new stunt.
As I was saying, I happen to know a way into the kingdom walls, if you'd be willing to help us out in return.
Hey, when did you...
Shut up, Licorice Hair. Oh, hey, maybe I didn't leave the gate unlocked for nothing after all.
What? I thought he was dead. You still did that? Okay, wait. You did what now?
Well, love to help you again sometime. Bye!
We already know for sure that Spudsies will be the main location for the adventure in episode 4, and that Orbsman will be the manager everyone hates and fears. As we can understand, each character will have their own job, and Jax along with Gangle will end up at this fast food joint. Gangle will definitely be there for 2 reasons. First, episode 4 will reveal more about her since she's the main character of this episode. Second, Gangle suffers the most from Jax's jokes and bullying. So, Kane decided to shake things up a bit, and now Gangle will be the character who bullies and makes Jax's life difficult, while Orbsman, as the main NPC of the new episode, will help her with that. Let's not forget Gummy Goo, who gained self-awareness and broke out of the usual NPC mold.
I'm not sure. Because we are not, NPCs?
NPCs, what are you on about? What am I? Where's Mum?
You have a mom?
Shouldn't she be here with everyone else? I can't even remember her face. Did she ever have a face? Was anything ever real?
Okay, wait, don't think about that.
This means that any so-called main NPC can potentially do this. Despite the constant advancements in technology to protect against NPC infiltration, the NPCs themselves are also getting better. This suggests that Orbsman could very well gain self-awareness, and after hearing about all of Jax's actions, he's likely to get really angry, which is bad news for Jax but good for everyone else. Let's recall the musical adventure where we saw some shampoo with Orbsman's image. That's probably a hint about what Jax will be up to. In this case, we can think of the shampoo as a floor cleaner, so Jax will be cleaning floors at Spudsies, and the floors will somehow always be dirty. But I think Orbsman and Gangle won't stop there. Jax will be a janitor, a dishwasher, a cashier, and a waiter dealing with the most awful customers. In the announcement, Kane mentioned a minimum wage, which means each character will get a monetary reward for this adventure that they'll need in town to buy something. Everyone will receive a nice sum, of course, except for Jax. This will show him the unfairness of the world, and that his attitude toward others has been completely wrong. At least that's how Kane envisioned it. But will this actually fix Jax, or will he just continue to create chaos? But before that, let me explain why I'm so sure that Orbsman will gain self-awareness. The episode is focused on Gangle, so we'll learn about all her feelings and thoughts. But since only Jax, Gangle, and Orbsman will be in this location, Gangle will need to talk to a living being to vent, not just an NPC. Since Jax will be busy, this will fall to the upgraded Orbsman. Now we have an idea of what will happen to Jax in the new episode. It's time to discuss whether Kane and the others can fix Jax, or if he'll forever remain the nasty character who disrupts everyone's lives. After the events of episode 4, Jax will seriously reflect on what he's been doing wrong, and for a while, everyone's lives will improve. But if we remember one of Gooseworx's posts, we'll understand that Jax isn't just acting out for no reason. He's genuinely mentally ill, and his behavior is a result of all the trauma he's experienced in the digital circus before the pilot episode and in real life. It's important to note that after this adventure, everyone else will be able to learn how to interact with Jax, and he won't be as much of a problem for them as he used to be, especially for Gangle, who will realize that this rabbit isn't as invulnerable as he might have seemed before. I believe episode 4 will be the turning point where we start to see the real Jax, but his behavior probably won't change much, as Gooseworx's words pretty much confirm this. We'll find out soon, since episode 4 is already about 60 to 70% complete. For now, share your thoughts on Jax in episode 4 and how his behavior might change in the comments.